Okay, so we're going to do a quick little 2-minute demonstration here of how to set up the Evolt active scanner. The first thing we need to do is set up the weigh station, and you're going to need the 2 little bolts here, plus you're also going to need 1 Allen key. Okay, so we've got our Allen key and our 2 bolts here, and this is going to be used to stand upright. So we're going to pull this upright here. When disassembling, you're going to leave always the top 2 bolts, and so it's just the bottom 2 bolts that are going to be slid into the machine. So turning on that side, so we're just going to turn through. We're going to grab our Allen key just to tighten that up. Away we go. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Once we've got the stand set up, there's 5 pieces of equipment that you need to assemble, and they're all color coordinated. So we've got our white, blue, red, yellow, and we've also got our charger, which we'll use overnight or between scans. So looking at the back of the machine, you'll find some sticky tape that's going to be color coordinated. So we've got our yellow and red just here. We've got blue and red here. Blue is going to connect over to the printer. We've also got white, which if you come in underneath here, you'll see, and this is going to stick up underneath there. So you'll just find that white piece there. And then we're also going to connect the yellow to some power. So the first one we'll put in is the yellow. That simply attaches to the power point at one end. This end, you're going to feel a slight click. So if you come in nice and close, as we put it there, it's going to go, and you'll just hear a tiny little click and the machine will come on straight away. The other little point to check for when putting the power in is just making sure that the power is on. So if you can see the eye, that means that it's on. If I was to flick that switch, that would be off, and this would turn it back on. And the second piece of equipment is the white cord. Always making sure that we've got it firmly affixed in here. Obviously it connects to power, and the white is going to connect. We're looking for this white bit of sticky tape, and that's going to slot in up underneath, just in there like that. So that's going to be coming up and through. Our third piece is going to be the red cord. It's a simple USB stick, which is going to line up with the red sticky tape on the back of the iPad machine. So we'll just push that down nice and securely like that. And then you're just looking for the other piece of red, which is going to stick in here facing up. Now when you pop that one in, this is a little bit loose, and this can often be the one that causes you some issues. So just making sure it's a fairly firm push in and then letting it go, and that should be okay. So the fourth and final piece is the blue cord, and that's going to allow the iPad to talk to the printer. So we're looking for the blue piece of sticky tape here. The USB will slide down like that. This is going to connect into the printer, just in here. And now we've got our 4 cords connected. Yellow power, red allows the 2 machines to talk to each other, white is the power for the iPad machine, and lastly we've got blue talking to the printer, 4 cords. I'm going to plug the power for the printer into the power point. So we've got 3 machines, 1, 2, 3, and we've got 3 pieces of power for those machines, 1, 2, and 3. The last piece that we're going to put into the side of the iPad is this white one here. So this will generally be left unattached. We're going to take it from the back, and it's going to slide in to the side of the iPad. When we see this light on, it means that we've got power and we're away. Next, we've got the charger for the iPad. So even though we've got power connected to the back of the machine, we still need, just like any iPad or phone, we still need to keep power going and charge into the iPad. So to charge overnight or between scans, if there's an hour break, we're going to use this little device here. So what we need to do is remove this cord here. We're going to insert the power here, goes into the same slot, and then this just needs to connect to the power source. So that's going to be our 4th slot on our power board there. So what we can see now is we're charging the iPad. What can sometimes happen between scans or when you set up the machine the night before and put the battery on, you come to scan the next day, and one of the issues can be that you've left the battery charger in. So what you need to do before you can actually scan a person is take the battery out, take the cord from the back of the iPad stand and pop that one back in. We see the white light there, and now we're ready to scan. So once we've turned the iPad machine on here, which is just this button here, we're going to make sure that we've got some internet connectivity. So pressing this button here, so we go tap, and what we're looking for is a green tick for network. This will always stay as a red X, so don't worry about that. But as long as we've got a green tick for network, then we've got internet and Wi-Fi, and then the machine will be able to work. If that's showing as a red X, we're going to press network here. And what it's going to bring up, there's only one option at the moment, but what it'll bring up is a list of Wi-Fi connectivity that you can find. So just like you're signing into your phone at Starbucks, you're going to find your wireless connection. You're going to click connect if this was disconnected, and then you're going to type in your password. But we can see that because this says disconnect, that means we are connected. So pressing on the E back there, we've got our green tick. We're going to press close, and now we're ready for first time or existing member. Sometimes if the machine's not working, we just need to do a reboot. To turn the iPad off, we're going to press and hold this button, and it's going to be a 10-second hold. So it seems like a long 10 seconds, but if you count backwards, eventually the screen is going to turn itself off now. To turn back on, we just press this button again, and it will reboot.